Good morning. How are you? This Wednesday morning, the day before Thanksgiving 2025, right? I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on Voice of Rural America.com the day before Thanksgiving. Hi, Diane. I hope everyone's doing well this morning. The children's are home from college or trade school or boarding school, or they're home from somewhere. The kids are traveling over the river and through the woods today, trying to get to your house. The children's, okay, and we're happy about that. Happy Thanksgiving. Airports are packed. The roads are packed. The trains, planes, automobiles. That's my favorite. So, what is your favorite Christmas movie? Holiday movie. And Rambo is a holiday movie. Let's end the argument right there. Okay, is Rambo a Christmas movie? But anyhow, you cannot. There's only some small rules, and we will do this all the way up to Christmas. Only some small rules. They're very small. I have to put rules right in place. Don't name a Christmas holiday movie that you watched on the Hallmark Channel. If you do that, you're out. You're automatically out of here. We'll just ask you not to come back. Just saying. Okay. I avoid all Hallmark holiday themed movies. Avoid them all. But I'm going to come right out of the box. Usually I don't tell you. Okay, I can't find my glasses. I don't tell you until I'm done. But my top holiday movie. Let's see, what's some of the rules? It has to make you laugh. It has to make you smile. You have to remember a line, all the above. And it has to make you maybe tear up a little there, tough guy. Mine's Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Yes. John Candy and Steve Martin, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That is my holiday. Now, I have others. There's always, I shouldn't mention, there's always Bad Santa. Yes, just admitting. I'm admitting this is the season of coming clean. Thanksgiving. So anyhow, mine is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I'm your host, BKP. Now, we're going to do a couple different things today. We're going to stay with the general lane that we're in, politics. But the deep state. Now, I have asked you this question. I've asked you this question. No arguments. We haven't had an argument. Not a one. I have not picked up any of my electronic devices operated by AI, tapped by the government, CIA, everybody watching all that I do. Yes, I'm that damn important. Excuse me out there. But let me just say this, okay? We haven't had an argument. I have not had to come and say, you got to go. We're good. I've asked a couple times, do you still support President Trump? Fully, what level? Now, the other thing I want to do today, I just want to put this out and add on. Are you giving President Trump a pass? So are you prepared for the holiday conversation? And when someone says to you in the family with blue hair, this is the one time of the year you just cringe. They got blue hair, earring. They make that announcement. Oh, God, I got to be here to hear this announcement. I feel like that's an Archie Bunker moment. Oh, God, I have to. Really? So are you prepared to stand up and are you giving President Trump a pass on some things this holiday season? 311 days into his administration, if someone at the table says, my electric bill went up not once, twice last year, just saying. Or all the streaming services, right? Well, you don't have to. You can cut the TV off. You can go outside and read a book. Yeah, that's America, right? But all the streaming services have gone up like you don't get any choice. You're on your favorite movie or your favorite TV, and all of a sudden this thing pops up on the center of your screen and says, we're going up $8.72. Now you push OK and you accept this, or we'll hold that movie behind this little box hostage. You got it? You'll not see another episode. Damn, what do we do? Hit the button. I got to see who is going to make it at the end of this contest. Yes, it's the way it works. So, yes, my streaming service went up 8 times. And yes, now they put all of these favorite shows or movies in the paid zone. Everything costs more money. So my question to you, are you giving President Donald Trump a pass on some things? Are you holding him accountable when necessary? Just saying, let's not fight. It's the holidays. I'm prepping you for tomorrow. Anyhow, so tonight is party night. That's what they call it, party night. And you know what? I do agree with that in some sense because, we don't do it like we used to when we were young, right? When we were young. And, I'm very blessed. Going to the Thanksgiving, I'm very blessed. My children are healthy. My grandchildren are healthy. I still have my mom with me. My mom calls me yesterday. Now, she's going on 3 years old. I don't care if she gets mad or not. She calls me yesterday. And first of all, she always says she didn't mean to call me because my son and I, he's named. So, my mom did I call you? Yes, you called me, Mom. Well, I didn't mean to call you. But why I have you on the phone? Why is Lane Kiffin? Now, get this straight. Get this straight. Why is Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss thinking about taking a job at LSU? I'm like, are you serious, Mom? You are asking me why Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss may be leaving to take a job at LSU? What's wrong with him? I don't know, Mom. You're one up on me. I'm not keeping up. So anyhow, I'm having so much fun. But it's supposed to be party night tonight. Tonight's supposed to be party night, right? So, and it's true because years ago, when I go back years ago, and I said I'm blessed, my son is somewhere, my daughter's somewhere. I mean, I can't give their locations due to it's secret and underground. No, but not really, and everybody's good. I have the greatest nieces and nephews, all of them are good people. They really are good people. My nieces and nephews, great brother-in-laws. Yes, to report Thanksgiving. I have great brother-in-laws. I'm very happy with them. I'm good, right? I mean, I could go the distance. I can even go mother-in-law. I have a great mother-in-law. I mean, it's all there. I'm blessed. But it is party night because remember when years ago, a lot of us used to travel or we get together or go home for Thanksgiving, and that's when you would see cousins that you haven't in a long time. Everybody's there. You got a lot of aunts and uncles. And I have to say for my mother, I hope she's watching, but she's not. She comes from a family of 14. My mom comes from a family of 14. She's only got one brother left on this earth, right? Out of 14 kids, there's 14 of those kids, one brother. So with us with 14 kids, I mean, back when everybody was alive, I mean, we had aunts and uncles coming for Thanksgiving. We had their kids coming for Thanksgiving. Half of them were crooks, so we had to hide our stuff. No, just saying, I got a couple of them had sticky fingers, like hide that in the closet. Oh, what a life. But things change. Happy Thanksgiving. Now, I have a question for you. I don't know where that came from. I'm in a really good mood. I have my lucky sweater on. This is not my lucky sweater, but I'm just saying. Now, I have a question for you. All right. I have a question for you. Oh, someone found my glasses. Not just someone, but someone. Someone that I know real well. Now that someone's making faces at me. How dare you out there? Now I have a question for you. This is serious. This is where we're going to get right into this morning. And I am going to get serious here. Now, I want to show you something this morning because I just, of all days, the deep state, the corporate corrupt Mockingbird media, they're all in tune. They all run a certain narrative, and they all help carry the water at times, believe it or not, for the White House sometimes. So yesterday, I put a picture up. Give me number 99. So this is today. This is this morning. This morning, I'll show you a picture. And I want to ask you if you see anything missing. So we have the guy in the red tie, boom, boom. Witkoff, boom, boom. Marco Rubio, right? Trump says Russia-Ukraine talks are proceeding. Now, that's this morning. That's MS Now. Used to be MSNBC. Okay? All right, we'll take that. Now, ABC. I watch ABC at 4 a.m. And give me 125. They use, okay. Now, I did not crop anything. Honest. Didn't crop anything. Now, that being said, all right, Ukraine peace deal closer than ever. Let's see, we got the guy in the red tie, okay. The next guy, Witkoff, Marco Rubio. Now, today, CNN, they don't even run this picture. But yesterday, I think by accident yesterday, this is the same picture, 89. I showed you yesterday twice. CNN, MSNBC. Jared Kushner made yesterday's picture. I'm just saying, there's the guy in a red tie, Witkoff. So this is the same picture. All I'm telling you is they all cropped it this morning to move it a little this way to get Jared Kushner out of the picture. Yes. Yesterday, this is now CNN's not even running this picture this morning unless they are now, because I watched from 5 a.m. to almost 7 a.m. this morning, CNN, and I watched the entire time they talk about the Russia-Ukraine peace deal. All right. But I noticed something this morning. CNN didn't even put this picture up this morning, this graphic. ABC used it, and MS Now, probably others. And I don't know if is it just me? Today, they moved it over a little bit and cropped. This is yesterday with CNN. This is today, 99. I did not. Diane didn't. No, Diane, see, live all the way to the end. We go all the end. There's no Jared Kushner. And then on ABC, 125, I just thought I'd bring that up. There's no Donald Trump. Same thing, ABC. We did not. They just seem to move it over just enough. We don't need Kushner in there. Who made the decision? So anyhow, moving right along. Now, traveling over the river and through the woods. I'd like to know where you're going for Thanksgiving. Tell me a little bit about your Thanksgiving. But so yesterday's the annual. I'm trying to think, where do I want to go with this? Because I'm now, give me number 11. All right, so I do not, quote unquote, call people fat. I don't. But the little piggy, right? Donald Trump, the little piggy, right? Actually, I found something funny today just because of little piggy. It got me thinking, you know how I am. But so I don't think it's appropriate to go around and call people fat. Now, I'm a little portly, roly-poly, daddy's little fatty. He's going to be a big man someday. I'm a little chubby. Whatever you want to say, right? Now, as you well know, our president, and it didn't bother me. I thought it was kind of funny. Remember this, right? He said, hey, I thought I had it here. I thought I moved that over. Maybe did I not put up that one right there? Well, anyhow, here's 128. So they're going to lower the price on the fat shot. Right? President Trump called it the fat shot. Okay. Now, just saying. He called it the fat shot. All right. Medicare negotiates price to cut 15 drugs. The top one is Ozempic, which we have referred to it in the past, or I have, your host, because Donald Trump, there it is, number 68. Oh, I've got 267s? Well, that's not going to work. I got 267s. I'm going to have to change. I didn't realize I had 267s. I got 268s also. Okay, I'm going to change something in the break because I'm not going to do it right now. Diane, I'm not trying to make things all confusing today. So President Trump calls it the fat shot. So, just saying. Now, so it's traditional, right, to pardon a turkey. It's traditional to pardon a turkey. And let me just say, some things on some days are unnecessary. And I don't understand it. I really don't. I mean, you have a war in Ukraine and Russia that I don't think they want to end. We'll talk about that later. We are blowing boats up that's coming off the Pacific and Atlantic in the Caribbean and so forth that we call drug boats. We're blowing them up. That's controversial. All right. We have 6 members of Congress that we don't know who are they trying to put. We're going to talk about this in a minute. Are they trying to put the military? Who's the military going to report to? What are they trying to do? Because the question is really not coming up. Why did these 6 feel they needed to do this concerning our military? So we do have a lot of things happening. So I will say, for some of the things that President Trump's done in the past or continues to do from time to time, but some days I'm just wondering, really? Because let me show you something. This is number 123. All right. 123. And I'm going to have a feel good story. I want between, I'm hoping between, and don't leave me because you'll really enjoy it. We're going to have some fun. But between the 9:30 and 9:50, before we go to the Georgia Hour, I want to do a couple really feel good moments for America, because America's great. It is great. Train attack suspect was supposed to be monitored, right? And 124. So this guy right here in Chicago, arrested 72 times. 72 times. Now, the court system and the jail, the entire system is broke down. Now I'm going to look at the camera and tell you there are people that are in law enforcement. There's people that are in DA's offices across America. There's people that sit on the bench as judges that are good people. They are, okay? But the system in general is collapsed. And right here, this guy sets a lady on fire on the train 72 times. Now, President Trump yesterday pardoning turkeys. This is video 5.
You saw all the crime that took place last night, the night before. The woman with the burning, they burned the woman. To be talking about that now, they burned this beautiful woman riding in a train. A man was arrested 72 times. 72 times, think of that. And they'll let him out again. The liberal judges will let him out again. But we're ready to go. You know, we've been moving toward Chicago. We have a governor that thinks it's wonderful that only like 7 people were killed this week. But we are moving toward doing it, and we're going to, if crime gets, it's horrible what's happening in Chicago. We could make Chicago a safe city in a period of 4 weeks. In a period of 8 weeks, 9 weeks, 10 weeks, it would be totally safe. And the people of Chicago want us to go there. And if you look at the crime that's taken place in Chicago in the last 2 weeks, just take a look. It's on the front page of every newspaper. It's out of control. The mayor is incompetent, and the governor is a big fat slob. He ought to invite us in, say, please make Chicago safe. We're going to lose a great city if we don't do it quickly. Make Chicago, we'll do the same thing as we did in D.C., the same thing as we did everywhere we've gone.
Okay, so you can hear the gobble gobble in the back. You can hear the gobble gobble in the back. And, you know, whether it's time during the gobble gobble, right? During the time when it's gobble gobble and you're supposed to pardon the turkey and wish the turkey well, send it back to the farm, and let the kids see you pardon the turkey. I mean, there's some things that we do for uplifting our children, examples for our children. It's that fun time. We're thankful in America. I mean, if he would have been up there saying, you need to be thankful because I brought $23 trillion in, okay, whatever. But, right, there's times. So I don't even really know if the Chicago burn the woman story, that is true. It's very upsetting, very upsetting. And I want to go through and clean out all the cities. When I mean that, I'm serious. The drugs, I don't want another child in America to die from a stray bullet from a gang that has a gun that's not registered. When I say registered, I mean has a serial number, okay, or something like that. They're bought on the black market. They're not legally purchased. And I did not advocate registering our firearms, so be careful there. But I mean, I want to see, I don't want to see another child in America killed by an illegal purchased gun from a gang member while our Second Amendment is under attack by lawmakers in Washington, D.C. that doesn't care a little about the little black, brown, whatever skin color the child is in Chicago that got killed. I want to see him go clean all that out. I'm okay with that. All right. Guy's out of jail 72 times. If you want to talk about, give me number 130. If you want to get up there and say you should be thankful because traveling this year is going to be a little cheaper. All right. You know, gas is below $3 a gallon in these states right here. Okay. Not in Pennsylvania at this time or New Jersey yet, it shows. But $3 a gallon, whatever. But Pritzker's a fat slob. I'm just saying. Now, give me this right here. Video 4, because then you start giving the media, of all people, video 4.
These are two of the largest turkeys ever presented to an American president, over 50 pounds each. Despite their size, Secretary Kennedy has formally certified that these are the first ever Maha turkeys. I don't know if I agree with that. These are Maha. In other words, they could be fat, but they're still Maha. I'm not going to tell my Pritzker joke. They have a very cute little joke, you know. Some speechwriter wrote some joke about his weight. But I would never want to talk about his weight. I don't talk about people being fat. I refuse to talk about the fact that he's a fat slob. I don't mention it.
Charming, isn't he?
I mean, regardless of what network that comes from, there's a lot of people in America today saying, I mean, that used to be funny, maybe. I mean, I'm just saying, where, at what points, now you're on a plane and you're talking to the media about ending the war in Russia. We're going to talk about that. So I'm just asking you now, I want to ask you another question before we go to break. There's going to be a lot we're going to cover today. And I'm going to tell you this. You don't want to. I'll wait for the break because I don't want to get yelled at before, I want to get a chance to duck and cover before you start throwing stuff because I know exactly what you're going to do. You're not going to be happy. 46. Let's go from 46. We're going to go to 54. And, right. Democrats say FBI is investigating them over the video. And you have 54, the seditious 6, right? 56, the Washington Post. FBI seeks interviews. FBI seeks interviews. This is the same media that says that Kash Patel's about to get fired. I'm like, what? Give me, I want this one here. And then we're going to jump out. Give me 111. We'll go with 111. 112. There are the 6. Seditious behavior, Trump says. And 114. So, who is the military answering to? The commander-in-chief? What is being set up here? I mean, why the video? Why the 6 come out? Is it just over the drug boats in the Caribbean? What unlawful orders has the commander-in-chief given to our military? If China goes after Taiwan and President Trump says respond if, are they going to have to put a JAG officer, is that what it is, that handles the, like an attorney in every squadron, platoon, every group? We're told to charge, sir. Yeah, hold on. We're getting a ruling. Well, we've been attacked. Well, give us 24 hours. We're getting a ruling now if that's a legal order. And then who would the military report to? You have to look at this and say, what's behind this right here? Interesting. All right, so we're going to take a break. We're going to come back during the Georgia Hour. The 14th District is firing up. How do you dress to go to the airport? Um, every morning when I come in here, I report things that I thought I'd never say in my life. But I will. We'll be back in about 5.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Days Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on No. What's your email? Someone wanted me to send something. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Hi, Diane. Now, I want to talk about this. I told you yesterday, we're going to discuss this. Oh, Diane, I took a couple of those duplicates. I can't tell you what numbers they are because the duplicates are like 6-7, and I've already gotten a message saying, oh, you keep saying 6-7. So give me number 55. Hi, how are you? No, I'm not all jacked up on Mountain Dew. I know who you are out there. You always, when I get rolling and I'm in a good mood, I get all jacked up on Mountain Dew. No, not happening. Now, generation age groups. And I don't know what a generation alpha. I guess that's the new ones. And then there's the generation Z, right? 97 to 2000. And then there's the millennials from 81 to 96. Generation X, 65 to 80. The baby boomers, 46 to 64. Now, there's a couple things in here. We'll go into this in a minute. I want to just go into this, and I want all the children's to line up so we can talk about it, because I understand I guess it's somewhere around the 80 to now, the young adults, they blame the older folks for where we're at today. And I want to talk about that because keep in mind, always remember, you've got World War II, you've got post-World War II, right? You've got post-Kennedy assassination. You have post-9/11. So, right around that Generation Z, we have a lot of kids that were born after 9/11. We'll talk about that in a minute. Where are you at on the slide? So, I get what you're saying, and I want to answer this, okay? I want to answer this because I put this out there, all right? I put this out there, and I like what you said. Now, if I asked, are you giving President Trump a pass? That's what I asked. Are you giving him a pass? Are you 100% all in? Are you giving him a pass? Is it okay if he, just pardon the turkey? Just pardon the turkeys. Get on the plane, go to Mar-a-Lago. Just pardon them. Just pardon them. Pardon them, sir. Get on the plane. God bless America. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy the time with your family and friends. Okay. Hope everybody has safe travels. All the little stuff. Get on the plane. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. I don't know. Just saying. Just saying. So, now that being said, I want to throw this out here because I don't want you to not come back when we resume production here. But if you leave and don't come back, I want you to hear this. So Trump's been impeached twice. Oh yeah, first round he got 2 doses. All right. Now there's a reason why we use the old strike 3. Just saying, right? We do it in the justice system. We do it in baseball. 3 strikes, you're out. There's a reason. We use the strike reference. So Trump has 2 strikes. I don't care what you think. You can't make this up. The guy's been impeached twice. Now, the House of Representatives presents the case, impeaches the president or whomever, and the Senate, it goes to the Senate for a removal process. So that's why Trump was impeached twice, but never removed, because the Senate didn't remove him. So just put this down. If Hakeem Jeffries, and I'm going to show you something, and I am so glad this individual sent me this message because it goes right. I'm going to show you what is about to happen to all of us. And it's very disappointing that what's going on? Why are we not stopping these people now? Because if President Trump, if Hakeem Jeffries and the Democrats take control of the House of Representatives, they will impeach Trump this time. And the Senate will remove him. Easy there. Settle down there. The Senate will remove the President of the United States. 3rd time is a charm. 3 strikes, you're out. That's my just throwing it out there. We will see. Now, here's the reason why I think that. We had our chance. So they are better at the game than we are being Republicans. They are. They're better at it. Like, you don't like Nancy Pelosi. Trump said he would never pardon Nancy Pelosi. There's no worry of that. Nancy's not going to be convicted of anything. Nancy put everything in place. We're talking about health care today that Nancy put in place, period. Nancy got everything she wanted done. We've got jack squat. John Boehner was our Speaker of the House. Paul Ryan was our Speaker of the House. Kevin McCarthy, our Speaker of the House. Mike Johnson, our Speaker of the House. We got jack. You got the jack. AC/DC, we got jack. Period. Nothing. They're better. They've impeached Trump twice. We haven't impeached anyone. Right? Now, I'm going to show you something because this is troubling to me of what's about to happen to us. Now, we ended up with Pam Bondi. Now, President of the United States promised us things. He promised us things, whether you like it or not. He promised us things. We ended up with Pam Bondi. And Kash Patel and Bongino, they were supposed to come through. We could not get. Now, I know for those hanger on, the cat poster, hang on for life. I know there's some of you, claws are out. You're hanging on to that limb. You're not going to let go. I get it. We could not get a big fish. We couldn't reel it in the boat. That'd be James Comey. We got 100 reasons why we couldn't, but we couldn't get the big fish in the boat. Now, let me show you something, and I want to know why you're not outraged. I'm serious, why you're picking and choosing and you're not outraged, and I'm going to show you, because I watch all the social media. Now, remember this. I want to start here, because it's going to happen to us. I mean, I may, if I live long enough, I just put it like that, as nice as I can, I may end up in prison. Yes, because remember this? Now, I watch our Justice Department release statements all the time. 78. We've never released a statement like this. Never, right? I'm just going to remind you. Oh, yes. Our FBI, their FBI, our DOJ, Tennessee woman sentenced to 41 months in prison after violating the Freedom of Access to a Clinic Entrance Act. We can't get James Comey in court, but a woman was praying. Now, I just got to tell you, you need to clear the cobwebs, because we are on the downhill slide of the midterms coming up, Democrats taking over, if not soon, impeaching the president of the United States that we put our hope in, that said he is our retribution, that gave us Pam Bondi, and no one is impeached. No one is in jail. We haven't brought down anything. Right? Tennessee woman, right? Tennessee woman. Where? For immediate release, U.S. Attorney's Office, Southern District of New York. Southern District of New York. Interesting. Now, 79. Remember, when Trump, I'm going to show you the Tennessee woman, 41 months for preaching. I'll show you. Now, remember, when Trump came into office, he had to pardon 23 pro-life activists convicted of FACE Act violations. Now, they want to put you back in prison, because the big sticking point right now, go into it later. Remember this? On the eve of the National March, this was January 24th, 2025. Where is this Donald J. Trump? President Donald J. Trump announced that January 23rd, he was issuing pardons for 23 protesters arrested for violating federal freedom of access to clinics. Number 80, you remember watching this lady come out of prison? I mean, when I put this together this morning, I had tears in my eyes and I had to push them back. I'm serious. I was so upset. All right. Remember, Beverly Williams was arrested for preaching the gospel in front of an abortion clinic. President Trump pardoned her January 24th of this year. Remember that? These people were in prison, folks. We have not put anyone in prison. No one. We do not have a soul. Not a soul. 311 days. Merrick Garland, they put him in prison. FBI, they staged people at our Board of Education meetings. It's coming again, right around the corner. Now, I want to know why you're not outraged. Because I follow, and every day I follow people that pray. They do. Trust me, I don't make light anyway. They pray and they ask every day for something to be done for Tina Peters. Give me number 62. Tina Peters, imprisoned in Colorado. Now, in the interest of time, if you go look at the entire charges, they're state charges. Now, Colorado, now you pay attention to this. You get your head cleaned up and you look at this camera and you sit down and you listen to me. Colorado, the state of Colorado, these are state charges. This is a Democrat governor. Actually, he said it. I didn't, so I'm repeating what he said. He is a gay Jewish Democrat governor. Just saying, he is a Colorado. State charges, he puts Tina Peters in jail. Democrat, Jewish, gay. Nothing wrong. Not that there's anything wrong with it. As Seinfeld would say, not that there's anything wrong. I live in Georgia. I got a Republican governor. The guy I'm about to show you on the screen put millions of dollars into a fund that participated in stealing an election in Georgia. He is celebrated. And in the state of Georgia, we can't get one state charge. And Fulton County goes like this to us on everything. Nobody's in jail. I've got a Republican governor. I got a Republican attorney general, apparently. I've got a Republican lieutenant governor. I got a Republican state senate. I got a Republican state House of Representatives, and not one person in jail over 2020 for a state charge. But Tina Peters is in jail. Why are you not outraged? I keep asking you if you're giving people a pass. Now, 63. Colorado clerks urge Jared Polis to publicly vow to keep Tina Peters in state custody. Nearly 36 Colorado clerks from both sides of the political aisle attended a news conference saying, keep her. Now, the federal government wants to move her to federal custody and then release her, or at least, right? Here's 64. Here's a Democrat, right? This is a state charge. That's why I'm like, wait a minute. How come you're not outraged about some things? I'll show you. Number 64, the Denver Post. Pressure mounts on Governor Jared Polis to deny Tina Peters' prison transfer request. All right? They want to move her from a state penitentiary, right, to a federal. Now, let's flip over. I'm in Georgia. And there was a guy, take that down, there was a guy that put $300 million, right? And put $300 million. And I had counties in Gwinnett, Fulton, right? Fulton, Clayton, Cobb. I think one county in, I think Fulton, I'm just off the top of my head. I can look it up if you need to, but I think they had, 123 drop box. I think between three counties, there was 200 and some drop boxes for 2020 election, drop boxes, no video cameras on them, no surveillance, no chain of custody. Someone would go open the drop box, take the bag out. They were supposed to sign it. They were supposed to have a second person with them as a witness. They were supposed to sign. They took the drop bag out. They were supposed to turn it in. The person that turned it in was supposed to sign what time they got it, all the above, chain of custody, 200 and some bags. There was two mobile voting vans purchased by this guy. This guy gave the money. I think it was Fulton County purchased 2 mobile voting vans to where what was supposed to happen was, hey, if a precinct goes down, the mobile voting van pulls up and it could double as a voting precinct in case of an emergency. But these two mobile vans in Fulton County, Georgia, drove around to parking lots and malls. And this happened. You can Google it. You can do whatever, search it. And they would park in a shopping center and go inside a mall with a bullhorn and say, you can vote right outside. This all happened. Tina Peters is in Colorado State Jail, right? This guy, number 65, he's passing the damn rolls to Donald Trump at dinner in our White House. Now, I'm sorry. How come you're not outraged? I mean, please do not ask me to pray once again for Tina Peters, which I do, but not from you. If this is not outrage, I mean, I've been outraged. I'm like, and I will get messages. Well, you don't understand. Trump's playing him. What? This guy right here, 66. Mark Zuckerberg visits Mar-a-Lago as Meta advisor reveals why boss caving into Trump. He shut down the laptop story. He shut down you and I. And this is him, 65. So just keep in mind, I asked you this morning, are you giving Trump a pass? Because if you think that there's some underhanded thing that's happening and Mark Zuckerberg's going to end up in prison for participating in stealing an election, remember, if you prayed outside of an abortion clinic, they could send your ass to jail. If you preached outside of an abortion clinic, they could send your ass to jail. If a boy said he's a girl, walks into a friggin' bathroom in Loudoun County, I think it was, and rapes your daughter, they could send you to jail for protesting it at the Board of Education. All the above. The Democrats. I have to tell you, I think you're getting ready to go to jail. So when someone says you may get rounded up, why, that's that crazy guy up there in North Georgia. He will just say the craziest damn stuff. Why, he's up there saying you could get rounded up. Huh? Wow. Oh, I just wonder. I don't know. I'm telling you, when they get back in charge, this guy right here, backslapping him, Tina Peters in the Colorado prison. We ain't got a damn person in jail with Republicans in charge in Georgia. I'm trying to figure out on a daily basis why you're not outraged. I have a question. Did Steve Bannon really go to jail? Or did they hide him to keep him out of the news while the election was on the final stretch? Just wondering. Asking for a friend. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Take a break.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we're proud because for more than 65 years, we've built a legacy of trust for the families we serve. That's why 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals. When you treat folks as well as we do, word is bound to get around. Days Chevrolet in Jasper, family first since 1959. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. Hi, Diane. Diane, I just texted you. I didn't email. I sent it by text. I'm sorry. I was working on something and I was in the middle of text messages. 2 pictures. I think I text 2 pictures. One is a Trump statement, a statement from President Trump. And the other one is a graphic from the Daily Mail. I would like to have the graphic from the Daily Mail first. Could you get that? And then the Trump statement. And then after that, I'm so glad. Diane, maybe part of her Thanksgiving is she doesn't have to put up with me for a couple of days. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not that bad, am I? So whenever you can get that, I appreciate it. Get right on that. Pronto. Underlay, right? Oh, God. If someone could hit me now, if someone could just throw something at me right now, I got to watch out. Something could come from anywhere at any time. So I asked you, are you giving Trump a pass or are you being too easy? Because 3 strikes, you're out. Now they are, every time President Trump, I asked someone the other day, I'm just asking you, you can yell at me. Some of you are hanging on for dear life. I'm good. I didn't want to put a hole in my this is a nice sweater. This is very nice. And then I do have my Trump watch. So, and Trump is still right on the wall over here. You can't see it. So relax for those out there. But I'm telling you right now, are you hanging on? Are you hanging on out there? Now, every time recently, Trump, sick of it, Trump slams ugly female reporter behind New York Times hit piece after creepy health rumors. Now, every time Trump goes out now, if you're watching, he doesn't just address what's going on and let it go. He doesn't. He has to go on and then say things like fat slob about Pritzker, I'm just saying. Give me the Trump statement. I'm going to see if I can read it off the screen. The creeps at the failing New York Times, right, are at it again. I won the 2024 presidential election in a landslide, winning all 7 swing states, the popular vote, the electoral college by a lot. I won our national districts. Oh, I've got friends. One ONE. I got friends analyzing why he wrote ONE right now instead of, anyhow. Our national districts by 27, blah, 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 and complete wipeout. I settled 8 wars. I have 48 new stock market highs. Our economy is great. Okay. And our country is respected all over the world. Respected like never before. The last administration had the highest inflation, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Yet, despite all of this, the radical left launches its soon-to-fold New York Times. Now, it's not soon to fold because he participates in the New York Times. He speaks to the reporters at the New York Times weekly. He just does, okay? That I am perhaps losing my energy. Now, there's a report. There is a report. I don't know if it's true that his calendar, it's not as extensive as it once, okay? Despite facts that show they know this is wrong, as is almost everything they write about me, including election results, all negative. This cheap rag is truly the enemy of the people. The writer of the story, Katie Rogers, who is assigned to write only bad things about me, is a third-rate reporter who is ugly. Look, you do what you want. He has why? He has, and Marjorie Taylor Greene is gone, number 11, right? Now, all the way back before he's president of the United States, he gets into a little, fat fight. There's nothing wrong with a good fat fight, but he wasn't president with Rosie O'Donnell, right? Who is ugly? He just called this reporter ugly. Quiet Peggy. No, he didn't say Peggy. Quiet Piggy, right? Donald Trump has done everything he could possibly do to nosedive the vote of women. Women have left Trump by the millions. I know, yell at me. I'll just take a second here. Do. Millions. Women have left supporting Trump by the millions. I mean, ugly is ugly. Just saying. Little piggy is little piggy. Just saying. Whoa. I'm just telling you right now, there's something, so please, can you text me the plan? Because I still have people sending me the plan that I don't realize what's going on. So he doesn't realize that we're going to lose the midterms, sir. You really like the guy, don't like the guy. You're 100% correct about what's going on in Chicago, but you lose everybody when you go fat slob. Mr. President, you're correct about the way the media handles things, but when you tell someone, you call them a piggy, sir, you're correct that they are attacking you. They never say anything nice, but when you call someone ugly, so you just keep going. You keep going because the shutdown, we didn't get anything. Now, that being said, Diane, I shifted two of those duplicate pictures and I made 132 and 133. So I don't know if you got that. Now, Ukraine. Just saying. Well, anyhow, all right, so I got to throw this up just every time I see the piggy. So this little piggy had roast beef. This little piggy had none. This little piggy had whatever. This little piggy. And this little piggy went what? Wait a minute. This little piggy, this little piggy, this little piggy, and this little piggy. And this little piggy went, give me video 1. This little piggy went all the way home.
Wait! Max. Wait! Maxwell!
Yeah?
You're home.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Mrs. A.
Maxwell went wee all the way home. Take a break.
Chevrolet in Jasper. It's last call. Your last chance to save $11,500 off Silverado 1500 and $9,000 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs. Don't miss this last call and save $11,500 off Silverado 1500 and $9,000 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting edge digital technology and state of the art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second to none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Divorce is tough, but your finances don't have to be. I'm David Cross, and I'm a certified divorce financial analyst practitioner. My job is to help you get a fair financial settlement in your divorce and to guide you to smarter money decisions. Find out how we can help you. U.S. Asset Management. It's your money and your future.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on voiceofruralamerica.com. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. Hi, Diane. So at 10 o'clock will be time for the Georgia Hour. The Georgia Hour, action-packed. Action-packed. I'm trying to figure out how exactly I'm going to deliver this after I said some things concerning our president of the United States, Donald J. Trump. But in the Georgia Hour, I'm going to have to deliver it the only way I know how. And it's coming up. So, first of all, this is a video, all right? Now, Mondani went to the White House, all right? President Trump and Mayor-elect Mondani from New York, they now best friends. Mondani said he's going to make rent, everything's going to be affordable again. But this is a viewer, and first of all, you guys are the research department. There's so many things throughout the day that you send me, that I read, that causes me to go ahead and look at something else. But this is from a viewer. Give me video 7. Video 7. This is interesting.
Over 100 buildings I own. I have buildings all over the place. I built 3 families in Red Hook, right?
Yeah.
Brand new 3 families. And I finished the building. I got the tax bill, $26,000.
Okay.
Here I am 5 years later. It's $40,000 a building. 3 family. So I had to raise the rents to $3,200 because I have an apartment and a half just for the taxes and the water bill. The other apartment and a half, remember it's 3, pays the mortgage and pays the insurance.
Okay.
I net $500 on each brand new building. That's not business. It's a
not.
disaster.
No, it's not.
And I'll give you one more. I got a building that I first started in Bay Ridge, 20 family house, right? I renovated it. Yes. I fixed it up and I made it still affordable. When I first bought the building, it was $32,000. 5 years later, it's $78,000.
You figured out what we're going to do because that is affordable. What's going on? Oh, I forgot. We don't want to lose services. Insurance is going through the roof. You and I risk losing ours. But now, 61, don't forget over there, Russia right now, Ukraine, President Trump, Rubio, they are trying to settle this. So I'm just going to say this briefly. They are trying to settle this, but don't forget Mike Pompeo's involved. He's over there. He's involved. Not on our side. No, he is with Ukraine, helping Europe go against us, pushing back on Russia. Now, I have told you for God knows how long that Russia and the United States behind the scenes, we have had teams with Russia normalizing relationships. So you better start thinking about Russia back in the world economy. It's coming. Yes, we have had teams with our embassies, everything, diplomats, behind the scene normalizing relations between the United States and Russia. China's in on it. Mm-hmm. India's in on it. Oh, Europe is not. That's the sticking point. And he's over there, right, working for European security. Now, he is against us. 108. Yesterday, this is yesterday. Zelensky runs to them. They do not want. There's Ursula in the top. There's Stammer over at the UK. There's the Canadian guy. There's Macron. They're all the Europe people are together with Canada there. And Zelensky's giving them a report. They're trying to stop it. So just keep that in mind as we go into the holidays. Now, 91. I don't know why I have this circled. I want to run through here. I have numbers circled that I want to go through. Thanksgiving travel rush. Now, keep this in mind. We talked about this yesterday. How do you dress when you go to the airport? And I really think what happened after 9/11, right, 2001, 9/11, things changed at the airport because we basically had to get undressed here. Now, if you're out there and you are one of the children's out there and you're blaming us for, how America is today, remember, it's at this time we basically have to start going to the airport. We can't have a tube of toothpaste. We can't have mouthwash, right? I'll never forget they took my cigar cutter. Yes, I had a cigar cutter. They took it away. And I lunged a little bit across this line, and I said to the guy, you give me that back. I'll never forget. I said, you give me that back. I had it for years. You give me that back. It was a gift. And I went like this. I said, you give that back to me right now. And next thing I know, two guys pulled me back. There's somebody on both arms. Sir, are we going to have to detain you? What the hell? It's a cigar cutter. Yeah, seriously. So don't forget. Now, when you talk about getting dressed or how we dress at the airport to fly, I mean, people basically take your shoes off. Let's see your toes. Take your belt off. Take your hat off. Take your jacket off. Take that shirt. You got two shirts, take one off. I mean, it's like, what? Yes, seriously, it really got bad. So I think people are like, no belt, no shoes, no service. I think that is what happened, but we'll go there. 102. I don't know why I have these circled. These are ones I want to get through. Now, don't forget, HP is going to slash jobs and adopt AI happening. 103. See what I got here. I don't know why I have these. Extending healthcare subsidies may be necessary. 115. I don't know if this goes together. It may be necessary, right? No. Let's hold 115 over here. Give me 58. I don't know what this one is. I just have these numbers circled, trying to move along because I got two more things I want to do. Trump AI healthcare plan in limbo after leaks. Now, look, subsidies may have to stay in place. Here's my prediction for healthcare. Flat out prediction for healthcare. I have a real good Thanksgiving feel-good story for America. You stay with me on this, all right? We need this in America. We need feel-good. We need feel-good. We need reminded. Okay? We need reminded. Remember when you used to go out and toss the old pigskin? Well, better not say pig right now, but, the football on Thanksgiving, the touch football game you used to have in the backyard, part of Thanksgiving, whatever. We're going to get to that. But let me just say this, okay? So you didn't get anything on insurance. Insurance was big. You're going to see things change medically. Now, you have gone since Obamacare, right? You go to the doctor, someone wheels in with a computer, right? Types every word you say. How do you feel? Left shoulder. And what seems to be the problem? I can't lift it over here. Okay. Your temperature, your blood pressure, everything's downloaded, right? The system has everything. Now you have a medical chart. You have a chart. You go in your medical chart, right? Doctor comes in. Medical charts right there, doctor types. All right? Everything's getting dumped, whether you realize or not. It's getting dumped into AI. Every single shoulder, knee, headache, ear, it's all getting dumped in. Now, I'm going to use an oncologist for an example. There's a lot of people that these big hospitals have teams, and they're great people. They really are. And you have a biopsy or you have a scan and they're looking for a spot. Seriously, they'll say your test results are going to the team. The team gets together once a week, whatever, right? So you got 8 or 9 very educated specialists reviewing and discussing your chart. I see that spot there. Does anyone know? Whatever, because I don't know exactly, but I do know this happens, right? The team comes back, you get a report from your oncologist. They are getting ready to put all of that, and everything they do is dumped. They're getting ready to put all of that analysis into AI, and your team in the future on your health will come out of the computer. Watch and see the changes that are made. One of the major reasons why they haven't changed the Obamacare, didn't get rid of the Obamacare, going to extend subsidies, is because it was never intended to get rid of. It was intended to morph into what you're about to have as healthcare. So healthcare is changing. And you will see the changes very soon. Okay, give me number 122. I don't know what 122 is. Is 122? What's 122? I got 2 more I got to get to. All right. Now, adolescence. There was a study, your brain on the aging on the connect. That was a pretty good study. Give me 128. Ozempic. They're going to reduce Medicaid or Medicare costs for Ozempic and 15 other drugs. 128. I don't know why I have these circled. I just have these numbers circled. And I want to...
That is 128.
What was 122? Did I... Oh, that was... Okay. All right. You don't have to get pushy or nothing. You don't have to get all pushy. Anyhow, I'm in a good mood. Relax, folks. 115. Will Cash Patel keep his job? Will he keep his job? Right? Can Patel save his job? Now, before we get to the George Hour. All right, so now let's go here. Give me number 55. So here's what I think is wrong here, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to say the young adults, we'll leave it there, the children's, okay? You have to be ready to just completely dismantle the system. And it's not going to be helpful to blame me. It's not. It's not going to be helpful to blame your grandparents. Now, you are the first generation out there, not me. You are the first generation out there with AI. You're the first generation out there with 100% internet. Okay. You're the first generation out there to carry actual computers with you. You're the first generation out there that you don't have a Rand McNally Atlas. How many of you? I guess I'll show it to you Monday, right? Yeah, I'll bring show it to you. I still have it. You're the only you're the first generation out there that doesn't have a Rand McNally Atlas. You're the first generation out there that all you do is ask a computer what direction to go in for a cup of coffee near you, cup of coffee near me, Italian restaurants near me. You're traveling somewhere. You're the first generation that you can actually go on there and say, I was just there. The service is not great. You're the first generation that has the ability to do what we did not. And don't think we didn't try. Now, I don't think we should be making excuses. Any of us should be making excuses. But your great grandparents now, if you're in that 2013 to 2024 range, or even your 97 to 112, your great grandparents, they went through the Depression. And people controlled this country all along. And we say we the people, and we can go all the way back to we the people. But bad people have been in control of this country for a long time. Your great-great-grandparents knew about the Depression. You just watched every day for 40 days food lines, SNAP. You still have food lines. They're just with you in the grocery store. They hid the Depression era things in food lines in a grocery store under a SNAP card. Your great-grandparents went off to war. They were told it was the right thing to do. They still trusted in their government. You can't attack us when there was a time we still trusted that they would not hurt the people, would not go against us, would not do us wrong, would not lead us into war just to kill us or to be killed. Your great-great-grandparents, you need to have a little more respect, because it's the bad people, the group of bad people. You see, we didn't have access like you. We were told through newspapers that were controlled. We were told through TV stations that were controlled, CIA, Mockingbird Media. We were told for 30 minutes every night. We were told at top of the hour. That's it. We listened to radio stations. And then at top of the hour, CBS would come on, ABC, NBC, NPR, whoever. They would tell us these things. We did not have this access. At 6 o'clock, Walter Cronkite told us what happened today in Vietnam. It took years before we got the books and got the data and the information that came to us that told us about what happened in Vietnam, what happened with Johnson. We still to this day are not clear 100% on all the documents that go with JFK, Martin Luther King Jr., or Malcolm X, or others in this country, right? You see, we were never given the information. We didn't have the access to the information. We went over and blindly answered the phone and didn't know who was on the other end until they told us who they were. You see, and then we got fed up with it. You're right. We got fed up with it. And then we still didn't have the internet. And we went to Washington, D.C., and we called it the Tea Party. And we went, 1 million people went there, and our media kept telling everybody, hey, there was 100,000, there was 150,000. Right? We didn't have Facebook. We didn't have friend request. We worked with our neighbors. We had jobs. We didn't put NAFTA together. We didn't ask for them to put NAFTA together. We didn't send our jobs overseas. We didn't do that. The bad people did. You know, we would go and we would get the radio and we would get the news. We got mad. We went. We thought we did what you want to do. We did. I was there. My sisters were there. My family was there. Your family was there. We created tea parties all across. We had the largest Republican success, 2010, right? I mean, we cleaned house. Americans fed up, tired, debt, spending, waste, everything. What'd we get? You see, you got to remember, Tea Party darling, Marco Rubio. Tea Party darling where I live, Tom Graves. Tea Party darling at that time, Joe Scarborough. Tea Party darling, right? The guy that used to be John, what's his name, out in Ohio. Used to be the governor, Kasich. Yes. See, we did that. We thought we were getting the right people. And they went in and gave us John Boehner. And then they gave us, then the Republican Party told us we had to have Mitt Romney and John McCain. And the Republican Party said we would be fine with what's his name out there in who was the guy that ran with not Mitch McConnell, but Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan. And then we got Kevin McCarthy. We tried. You could get mad at us. You could say it's our fault. You could say we were selfish. You have to understand your great-grandparents, when you come out with baby boomers, there's a lot in the baby boomers where families got their first kid to ever get to go to college. Yes, and then the bad people. There's always the group of bad people. They got to go to college. Then in generation baby boomers and X, right in that area, they wanted things to be better for you. You see, if you blame us, you're not accomplishing anything. And if you blame us, you're actually wrong. You got to stick to the bad people. The bad people. So I don't see why I did not create this debt. I did not want this debt created. Your mom and dad didn't. But don't forget, you're the first generation that can do this, that has all the information to work with. You can do this. We could not. Really. We had to trust. 9/11 is where I will look at you. 9/11 is where things switched for me personally with my government. What would they do to us? So I'll talk about it more, but hey, I am happy that you guys have the information and don't have to actually go through what we went through to try to get it and the manipulation, and you guys could really do something with it. But to blame us, no, that's not the direction you need to go in. You don't need to blame us, because the majority, we tried, and we never wanted it to turn out this way. Going into Thanksgiving, the old pigskin. So I thought about this. I wanted to find something that just felt good in America with kids as we were talking. And, so you have the Delaware River. And on the Delaware River, you have, on one side of the Delaware River, you've got this town, right? And it's the name of the town on that side of the Delaware River. Let's see if I have it here. 132. And there's a bridge. And on one side is Pennsylvania and one side is New Jersey. And on the Pennsylvania side, as soon as you cross the bridge, you're in Easton, Pennsylvania. 132, Easton, Pennsylvania. On the other side of the bridge, you're in Phillipsburg, New Jersey, better known as Peaburg. But Phillipsburg's over here, Easton's over here. So in 1905, they crossed the Delaware, and they said, let's play football. The Easton-Phillipsburg football rivalry is historic and intense competition that began in 1905, played annually on Thanksgiving Day since 1916, with a brief interruption, COVID of all things, from 1905. So this is one of it has a trophy. It's called the Fork of the Delaware. They have pranks. The kids, they try to prank each other throughout the week. It's amazing. It's right across the river, the high school, 2 high schools since 1905. And then when you get to 133, and I remember 1988. So my son used to go to the Turkey Day game. They call it the Turkey Day game. And there's a couple up there. There's the one in Northampton, Pennsylvania, Turkey Day game that high school football plays on Thanksgiving. But the Easton Phillipsburg game is historic Thanksgiving rivalry that has been televised on ESPN since 1988. I remember the first time that this first high school game in history that ESPN put on, when it was the first high school game to nationally televise on the network. The rival has a deep history, first played in 1905. The Battle of the Forks of the Delaware, okay? And this is a High School Football America article. This is where it's from. This is the game. Now, what I really love, and I love my nieces and nephews. They're great kids. My youngest nephew, I'm going to get in trouble for this. He's the baby, right? He's the baby. This is number 76. I'm going to get in so much trouble for this. Number 76. This is my nephew, Winston. That's his name, Winston. Okay. And he is an Easton, what are they, Ramblers or Rover? Easton Rover. So he goes to Easton High School. This is his last year. And what I love is he's a sideline reporter. Every Friday night, he is on the sideline reporting for Easton High School football. He's a sideline reporter. He does an amazing job. Now, he happens to be loading up number 77, right? He happens to be loading up his pallets. Where's he going with a load of pallets, right? He's going here, number 74. Now, this is Easton High School, all right? And they have every year for this rivalry, they have a bonfire. Look at that. Those are all pallets. A bonfire, year. Now, they all build that mountain of pallets for the bonfire. They spend the night to make sure their rival across the river, Phillipsburg, that they don't try to do something to their pile. Yes, they protect it. So they all spend the night there, right? Because they don't want that prank to happen. Isn't that a lot of fun, right? Tonight, that thing goes off, and I want pictures. I'll have pictures Monday. That goes off tonight. And tomorrow on Thanksgiving Day, the oldest high school rivalry football game in American history will be played at Lafayette College, right there on the top of what's called College Hill in Easton, Pennsylvania, between Phillipsburg and Easton since 1905. And my nephew will be on the sideline, number 76. He'll be on the sideline tomorrow in the Turkey Day game, be a sideline reporter. I thought, you know what? We have to have feel good. We have to. We have to feel good to be American. We have to feel good. It's Thanksgiving. We just have to feel good. We have grandkids. We have kids. We have every reason to love this country and every reason to be thankful tomorrow. And America's worth saving, and never give up. I'm going to be back at the top of the hour at 10 o'clock with the Georgia Hour. Diane, take a break.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, it's last call. Your last chance to save $11,500 off Silverado 1500 and $9,000 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs. Don't miss this last call and save $11,500 off Silverado 1500 and $9,000 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Big investment firms can lock out average people with their large account minimums. At U.S. Asset Management, we believe everyone should have access to experienced professional advice. And I have over 30 years of experience. Put us to work for you today. It's your money, and your future. Build your retirement plan with U.S. Asset Management.
Mesquite Grill, now offering online ordering for your convenience. Check out our new website at mesquitegrillbr.com. That's mesquitegrillbr.com. The great food and service you have come to expect, ready for you when you arrive. Open 7 days a week with a fully stocked bar and friendly service. Bring your furry friends with you and dine on our pet-friendly patio. Also, check out our catering options and let us prepare delicious food for your next event.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, it's last call. Your last chance to save $11,500 off Silverado 1500 and $9,000 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs. Don't miss this last call and save $11,500 off Silverado 1500 and $9,000 off Silverado 2500 crew cabs at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Together, let's drive.
Larry's Body Shop in Ellijay. Family owned and operated since 1978. The latest in cutting-edge digital technology and state-of-the-art equipment allow our iCard Gold Class certified technicians to restore your vehicle. Our second-to-none customer service will work directly with your insurance company. Major accident or minor fender bender, we take the dents out of accidents. Larry's Body Shop, North Georgia's #1 body shop. Visit us at collisiondecision.com.
Why give your money to liberal media companies? Put your marketing needs in the hands of a conservative marketing professional and start getting results today. FYN Media Group, one of the top digital marketing agencies in Georgia, specializes in website design and hosting, social media promotion and management, and so much more. Visit FYNmediagroup.com or call 706-889-3564 for a free consultation.
Welcome to El Rey Azteca Mexican Restaurant. We invite you to indulge your senses with our from-scratch authentic Mexican food. Whether you are hungry for fajitas or the El Rey Azteca burrito, we offer a wide variety of fine Mexican dishes, drinks, and desserts. Our inviting patio, indoor seating, and bar has a seat for everyone. So come to El Rey Azteca for delicious food, great drinks, good friends, and loads of fun in a casual and friendly atmosphere.
Ladies, when you wear elegant jewelry, you become a force to be reckoned with. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky, and your inner beauty radiates like the sun. So embrace the magic, embrace the elegance, and let your jewelry be a reflection of your true, authentic self. My friends over at North Georgia Diamond know what a woman wants. Go see them for the perfect gift. And remember, when it comes to elegance, there's no such thing as too much. Come see us at North Georgia Diamond. We're igniting passion one sparkle at a time.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics. No, you're not. I got on a roll, got other things happening. Let's try that one more time. I'm your host, BKP. Happy Thanksgiving. You're watching the Georgia Hour. It's time for the Georgia Hour. And brought to you by voiceofruralamerica.com. 10/11/26/2025. There you go. So, I will say this. I want to come here the day before Thanksgiving, and at 10:30 we're going to take just a 1 minute. We're not even going to go to commercial. We're going to take like a 30-second break so I can get 2 ad reads that I need to do before the show ends today. We're going to get that at 10:30. And I'll let you know, but we're just going to take like a 30-second, put the card up. Now, that being said, right before Thanksgiving, like to go out and not be too controversial or sound ugly. But then again, give me number 87. So this is out there. We're going to show you a couple things that are going on in the 14th district. But this campaign is out there in the sky, right? Burt Jones' $10 billion family project. Ooh, wow. Wait a minute. So now Chris Carr, this is a group. This is not directly from Chris Carr's campaign, but a Chris Carr for Georgia friendly group. These billboards are starting to go up. And what happens in the primary, they will definitely take over into the general election. Now, Burt Jones, if you're new to the program or watching somewhere else, he is our current lieutenant governor. He has been endorsed by Donald J. Trump. I feel strongly that there's still a possibility that Marjorie Taylor Greene could get into our governor's race. Could. We'll talk about that next week as we see things develop. But this can go into the general election against the Democrat. He is the Trump-endorsed lieutenant governor running for governor. Burt Jones, $10 billion family project, right? Paid for by Keep Georgia Strong Action, Inc., not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. Very Chris Carr friendly. Rewritten laws, family profits. That's Burt Jones' family payday right here. And this right here is a billboard right under an area where the Jones family owns some property that has become very profitable to the family. Just saying, his dad, Bill Jones, right? So that is out there. Just want to show you that. Before we go any further, don't forget, number 88, election audits. Brad Raffensperger is running for governor. Okay. Brad Raffensperger is running for governor. And we just finished our PSC race, Public Service Commission race, where Democrats handed us, they won. They ran away with it. 2 Democrats statewide election. But Brad Raffensperger running for governor, thank you, Brad Raffensperger running for governor of Georgia, and Secretary of State, they put up, they're going to continue because election 2020, according to these people, governor of Georgia, it's over to them. It really is. Unless we have the DOJ, unless we have Donald Trump, lawmakers in Georgia are not coming to the table to do anything. A review of more than 1,580,000 vote ballot images from the month's election found just 14 discrepancies according to the results of an audit announced by Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger's office. The audit proves, don't get mad at me, do not get angry at me. I say, don't shoot the messenger, right? Don't shoot the messenger. But the audit proves that our elections faithfully reflect the will of Georgia voters. Now, I know that's quite upsetting, right? Willfully, right? You know, I was wondering, I had these glasses on 3 or 4 times, and then I realized these are not my glasses. I mean, I kept putting them on, and they're not my glasses. I can't find my glasses. Those are not my glasses. The audit proves that our elections faithfully reflect the will of the Georgia voters, said Raffensperger, who is a Republican candidate for governor. The audit conducted by Enhanced Voting scrutinized the outcome of 1,032 races on the ballots across the state on November 4th elections that included statewide special elections for 2 seats for Public Service Commission. Most of the discrepancies were found from hand-marked paper ballots. You take a minute. The company's report said those hand-marked ballots inconsistencies could be attributed to human interpretation differences or image quality issues. Now, to those out there, that is an article written to say case closed. I don't want to read it to you again. I know it's too upsetting for you. You have fought the battles. You have talked to lawmakers. You're waiting for someone to come out running for governor, lieutenant governor, attorney general, secretary of state, somebody to come out and say they're going to decertify the Dominion voting machines, get rid of them. You want someone to come out and say you're going to replace the voting system immediately. You want someone to come out and say you want hand-marked paper ballots counted at the precinct. That's what you want. But the man that is the Secretary of State of Georgia, running for governor as a Republican, you didn't want him to run as a Republican, he's running as a Republican, said that the will of the people in Georgia, right? They even changed the sticker. It no longer says Georgia voter. It's got I secured my vote. So when you have that sticker, I secured my vote. And the audit, according to them, only had 14 discrepancies in this recent election. And one more time, most of the discrepancies were from hand-marked paper ballots. Just saying. So, according to Georgia, not you and I, no, but according to governor candidates, right? This is case closed. I'm just telling you, it's case closed according to them. Now, I'm going to bring this up just because I'm looking for some others I want to make sure of. Now, this is Brad Barnes, number 18. This is Brad Barnes, number 18. He is considered a special advisor to the chairman of the Georgia Republican Party. He's been accused of making anti-Semitic, racist comments on social media. This is I refer to him as Blueberry. I have said, and I know maybe you don't want to hear this, but I have called and said, I've said, poor little fat guy. Just saying, Blueberry, poor little fat guy. This guy, he lives in the 14th district, special advisor to Chairman Josh McCoon. Someone decided he needs to go. Now, give me number 20 for those that don't know the state very well. Here you go, number 20. This is Josh McCoon in the red tie. And that is Travis Bowden, a.k.a. Cue Ball. And he thought, I thought I was special advisor. So this broke about a week ago. And give me number, and the AJC, I don't know if they didn't have anything to do today, but 81, right at the top of their morning publication. Once again, Democrats pressure state GOP to oust advisor over social media post. We hear the, let's see, and this would be Brad Barnes, special advisor to the chairman. Now, the other day we showed you Jason Thompson asking for his resignation, right? We've showed you Debbie Doonaster piling on, and Betsy Kramer, Peter Corman, others that if you're around the Georgia Republican Party, you will know those names. But we didn't hear anything out of Josh McCoon about his special advisor. So give me number 82. This is the chairman of the Georgia Republican Party. Democrats are raising the heat on Georgia Republican Party special advisor, number 82, with a history of xenophobic, right, and hateful social media posts. Democrat Party of Georgia Chair Charlie Bailey escalated the pressure this week, calling it despicable that Brad Barnes remains affiliated with the state GOP. Now, they immediately, right, when Candace Taylor made anti-Semitic remarks, Josh had to come out immediately, the chairman of the Georgia GOP. He had to come out immediately and say Candace Taylor does not speak for the Georgia GOP. He did not ask for her resignation in the first district, nor did others ask for her resignation. But he had to come out and make a comment that Candace Taylor did not speak for the Georgia GOP, and that they, disagree completely with Candace Taylor's remarks that she made. At that time, Candace Taylor was the first district chair of the Georgia GOP. Now, where I was concerned, they immediately all had to call for my resignation immediately. Okay, fine. This is his special advisor. I haven't heard a single word from the Georgia Republican Party, not one single word that I'm aware of, okay? Bottom line, not a single word from him. I was looking right there. Let me look, by the way. I want to make sure that they have not come out with some sort of statement. No. Let me see. Georgia Republican Party, just really quick. Georgia Republican Party. Nah. Nothing. Let's see if Sally Grubb, first vice chair, maybe she is the one they're going to give that to. Nope. Not a word. Nope, not a word. So, Democrat Party of Georgia, Charlie Bailey escalated it. Despicable that Brad Barnes remains. Georgia Republican Party Chairman Josh McCoon appointed Barnes to an unpaid advisory post last month to help the party leverage technology to reach new voters. But Barnes, a former state house candidate, has amplified white nationalist content and made an anti-Semitic remark about the Mexico's Jewish president. Oh, that's terrible. Now, number 83, will Burt Jones, Chris Carr, Brad Raffensperger, Mike Collins, Buddy Carter, or Derek Dooley condemn, number 83, Brad Barnes? Will they condemn him? Hate and call for his resignation, or can Georgians assume from Republicans' deafening silence that they condone it, Bailey said. Now, these are all charged. Charlie Bailey, Democrat Party chair in Georgia, and I would expect Charlie Bailey to say this. And they're trying to draw that if these guys don't call for his resignation, that they're accepting it. So, once again, now, Josh McCoon has not, to my knowledge, made a single comment any way whatsoever. Now, Jason Thompson, so there seems to be, here's what you got to figure out, there seems to be some kind of friction somewhere in the Georgia GOP, because you have Debbie Dooley, who is the major defender of Josh McCoon. Anything Josh McCoon does is a major defender. She has not, quote, went after Josh McCoon, but she is calling for the resignation of Brad Barnes, which is a direct shot at Josh McCoon. And Sally Grubbs, because Sally Grubbs, first vice chair of the Georgia Republican Party, very close to Brad Barnes, right? Betsy Kramer, not happy with Brad Barnes, means something's wrong. Jason Thompson, the National Committee woman, no, he's not. That's Mongo. I was going somewhere. Jason Thompson, one more time, see if you're awake. Jason Thompson, the Georgia Republican Party RNC National Committee man, came out with a statement asking for his resignation. And Amy Kramer, right, Georgia GOP RNC National Committee woman, has been silenced. She has been silent. Debbie Dooley's attacking. Jason Thompson's attacking. Betsy Kramer's not happy. Sally Grubbs hasn't said a word, a negative word about Brad Barnes that she is very close to. Josh McCoon, named him special advisor, has not made any statement whatsoever that he's no longer special advisor. There's something brewing over at the Georgia Republican Party, Inc. And it looks like there's trouble in paradise. Now, the trouble in paradise that I see is everyone is starting to endorse their own candidates. I feel very strong that Josh McCoon is 100% in the tank for Burt Jones for governor. So I feel the same way. I feel the same way with Sally Grubbs. There's some other things going on. So we have a little trouble in the party as we move forward into this election cycle. Now, in the 14th district, I just want to show you a couple quick things. And this again, one more time, as you well know, we call him Blueberry, number 18. Right there, Brad Barnes. Look, he's not a bad kid, all right? I'm sorry to call him a kid. He's a grown man, but he's up there and he's outside of Rome, Georgia. He's just a chubby little goofy kid. And he really thought that Josh and Sally and all of them just love him, and he followed them around like a puppy dog until they brought him in. And now, well, he's special advisor. Now, let me go with this really quickly. I want to get this out. Yesterday, I showed you this, and they actually put a graphic up today. I explained it yesterday. I think, here you go. Number 119, ANF put the graphic up, and let me explain it a little better so you understand. When you see all of these people running for the 14th district, the congressional 14th district, all right, the resignation is on January 5th, 2026. My understanding is at that time, because she's announced at that time is when the governor has 10 days to set a special election. I do not think right now he has to set the date. I could be wrong. There's a long shot that I'm wrong, but I do not think right now he has to set the date. Okay. So, anyhow, resignation effective January 5th, 10 days to set a special election. Special election must take place within 30 days. Winner to run again in the midterms. So what I was explaining to you yesterday is all the candidates that are running right now, every candidate that's going to run first of the year, the first election in the jungle primary, we told you this yesterday, where all the names go on there. There's no primary of Democrat and Republican. Every name goes on there, no matter what party affiliation. Top two vote getters, people that receive the most votes, the two at the top. If no one breaks 50%, go into a runoff. Now you got to remember, then you got to turn right around and run in the primary in May. So it's very likely that somebody gets the vote is in March. April is the runoff. May is the primary. July is the runoff. And November is the election. It's very possible two different people. One person could win the special election and fill the 1 year, and someone can win the other election and serve the next term. Highly unlikely, but could. So it's going to be real confusing, our elections, right? Starting the first of the year, that's what we need. Real confusing elections. So now we have, I'm going to give you a couple. I showed you this yesterday. This is Star. Is her name Star? There's a couple candidates that they're highlighting. Now, what I understand, give me, this is Star Black. Is that her name? Is that her name? 116. I'm sorry, I don't have it down here. 116. And here is 117, Jeff Criswell. And here is Jim Tully, 118. So he is the 14th district, former 14th district Republican Party chair, also former field rep for Marjorie Taylor Greene. He's running for Congress. So I'm going to take that 1 minute. I'm going to take that 1 minute break. Okay. Right now, I just want to put the card up because I've got to do. I'm going to pull up these two ad buys that I want to read out before the show ends. So just go to card, and when we come back, Sandy Springs, right? Take just a 1 minute break there until I give you the high sign. Diane, we're going to go with my gold guy. So when we set it up, we're going to go at the end of the show with my gold guy. And then we're going to go right behind that with KG Publishing. So we're going to go with my gold guy and KG Publishing. Those are the ones we're going to do back to back. And I hope I can read through them. I can't find my glasses. Now, so this is in Georgia for State House. And I want to show you this because we'll go back to the 14th district, but I just want to show you this is Sandy Springs State House candidate. You can't make this up. This is a State House candidate in Sandy Springs. Give me video 2.
Hi, I'm Aaron Baker. I'm an openly trans Democratic Socialist running for Georgia State House in Sandy Springs and Roswell. And I'd love to see you here at Pontoon Brewing for my launch party on December 7th at 5 o'clock. Please join us in this fight. Together, a better Georgia is possible. One where working families can afford to live and the needs of everyday Georgians are upheld over corporate interests.
So Sandy Springs Roswell has a trans person running for State House. Yes, running for State House. Now, I would consider it so far out there if John Burns, look this up. I want you to look this up. I want you to tell me before the program ends if this is true or false. I'm going to leave it to you, okay? I want you to look this up. John Burns, our Speaker of the House, if memory serves me right, had a trans person deliver the morning prayer before session. Check that out and just get back to me and tell me if that's true. If Georgia, you can Google it like this. Georgia Speaker of the House, John Burns, trans minister or whatever, opens the legislative session with prayer. And I need you to answer me that as quickly as possible. See if it's true. So Sandy Springs, Roswell has a trans individual that's running for State House. Now, this right here, you can't make this up. I want you to listen to this. This is the candidate at a Starbucks that's on strike. You can't make this up. Video 3.
We're here at the Starbucks at Holcomb Woods in Roswell, where I have Danielle, Strike Captain Danielle. So what are your demands?
Livable wages, fair scheduling, and consistent scheduling, and that they come back to the table and finish what they promised us a year ago.
Cool. So what's an example of a livable wage?
So about right now, I think our partners start off at about $15.25 an hour, which is not very livable for the Atlanta area. And the fact that our drinks are about $7 a pop for like a grande or a venti, depending on what you get. So it takes 3 drinks to pay us for 1 hour of work. So I think they can give us more than that so that we can pay our bills and don't have to choose between healthcare, rent, food, groceries, things like that.
So if people want to support the workers of Starbucks, what can we do?
The best thing you can do to support us is 1, boycott Starbucks. If you don't shop at Starbucks during our strike, it helps. There's a no contract, no coffee pledge you can sign on our website, Starbucks Workers United. And then finally, if you want, come out, join the picket line with us. Reach out to your local unionized Starbucks, and you can find maps of that on StarbucksWorkersUnited.com too.
That would be your candidate in Sandy Springs, Roswell, the trans candidate that is working there with the strike team. The strike team, they want a living wage there at Starbucks, and they want, in the strike team, I find it interesting that the strike team, they want fair scheduling and consistent scheduling. Yes, fair scheduling and consistent scheduling. I'm just telling you that that causes me just to stop and say, oh, where are we at now? Do you remember when your manager, right? You remember when your manager used to put the schedule out, and you keep going back to see if the schedule was out, and it wasn't out. And then your manager put it out, and you would go look at the schedule. You'd be like, I told you 3 times I can't work Thursday. Right? I mean, I understand that, but those are demands, the demands. A living wage, consistent, fair scheduling. Interesting. So, I just had to put that out there. This is, we're in Georgia, and, you know, every once in a while I have to just pause and say, wait a minute. Now, on the 14th district, I just want to show you something I brought up yesterday. Now, okay, so we just won't do them. We won't do them. All right. Anyhow, yesterday I showed you this, and I do believe it's a political hit job on Mike Collins. But right now, you can see that the spin, I have it here, the spin number 24, right here, number 24, House Ethics Committee weighs complaint regarding Mike Collins and the Chief of Staff. So we showed you that, and you know that he is running for Senate, right? He is a 10th district congressman. I told you he could possibly, if number 25, if the statement of the chairman and ranking member of the committee ethics regarding Representative Mike Collins. Now, if this goes very deep, he could resign to get out from under it. All right. And Brandon Phillips, his chief of staff, number 26, and campaign manager. Now, I was asked a question, all right, and if, right here, we have what we wanted to show you is this is Brandon Phillips. This is the campaign manager. This is the chief of staff for Mike Collins. Now, I find it interesting that he could be chief of staff, work on campaigns, or work on multiple campaigns. So we don't know 100% what this is. This is Brandon Phillips. This is Mike Collins, number 21. This is his chief of staff. Okay. Right here. This is Brandon Phillips. And that being said, we have right here, just want to show you, Greg the Weasel, number 14. This is a Substack. And right there, the Forsyth County Criminal Enterprise. And this is Scott Howard Substack. That is Greg the Weasel Dolezal, who is running for lieutenant governor. And number 40, right here, we showed you this yesterday, Representative Collins, chief of staff under investigation while managing lieutenant governor campaign. Greg Dolezal, Brandon Phillips faces House ethics probe while simultaneously running State Senator Greg Dolezal's lieutenant governor campaign, raising questions about judgment and vetting of Georgia Republican politics. Now, this is Scott Howard's Substack. This is a quote from his Substack, but I will tell you, I have multiple sources, okay? Multiple sources, number 21, that tell me that Brandon Phillips is on the staff with Greg Dolezal. I have multiple sources. Okay, so I feel good in saying, and if Greg Dolezal is, is going to deny this, he can call and deny it, and I'll report it. So let me just say this. If Brandon Phillips is not on Greg Dolezal's campaign staff, not working with him in any way whatsoever, he can call me, tell me that, send me a message. He has my number, and I will report that. But I have on good multiple sources, he's working with Greg Dolezal. So now I want to show you one more thing, because I'm trying to highlight every day where we cannot trust, take him down, what's spinning around in Georgia politics. Number 2. Now, right here, I just want to show you something. Won't take but a minute. This is Derek Dooley. He is running for U.S. Senate. He is Brian Kemp's friend, right? The Dooley family. But Brian Kemp put him in the race to run for Senate against Mike Collins. Now, is it a coincidence that this guy gets in the race? He's getting to build up steam. He's starting to get people that endorse him, like Shelley Winters. I will tell you this. People are starting to get behind him. Now, I don't know that Martha Zoller came out and endorsed him, but Martha Zoller, Shelley Winters, then the Godzilla of bullshit, the worst thing that ever happened to Georgia politics, John Fredericks. So this is his guy. Now, we played for you yesterday. Mike Collins is really looking for Donald Trump's endorsement over in the 10th district for Senate, but he has not received that endorsement. The only thing he's received is an ethics complaint that's being reviewed, right? So whether you like it or not, I don't dislike Mike Collins. I'm questioning why Brandon Phillips is on his staff, But Collins keeps coming down. This guy is going up, whether you like it or not. Now, we played the video where he was on John Frederick's show, this guy here, and he met with Donald J. Trump, right? And we showed you this right here, where this guy, can't make any of this up, and this guy here, I had it here. I thought I brought it over. Let me look. Maybe I didn't bring it over. Yeah, here it is, number 16. This guy's John Fredericks. I'm going to show you something. I showed you this. He reconciled with Brian Kemp. Maybe he's sweating. Why is he reconciling with Brian Kemp? Why is he... Now, wait a minute. He played the video with Derek Dooley as far as... Give me number 72. Remember this? I'm going to show you something. There's Derek Dooley and John Fredericks. John Fredericks, Derek Dooley's talking about meeting with President Trump. This guy right here, number 73. I think, right, John Fredericks endorses Derek Dooley for U.S. Senate because he knows Derek gives Republicans the best chance to beat John Ossoff next November. Now, I feel very strongly that this guy, if told from the White House, don't get involved. If told from the White House, stay away from this. But there's always this little problem here that he has, number 70. He has this little problem here. You getting it now? What do the kids say? Are you picking up what I'm laying down? John Fredericks, that would be Brant Frost V. That would be Brant Frost V on John Fredericks' show. And John Fredericks bragging how great First Liberty Building and Loan is. And Brant Frost V bragging about the Patriot economy. Now, I don't know, but I want to ask you something, right? I want to ask you something. Just say it. You reckon that old boy's in trouble? I don't know. There's always a possibility that, to get the heat off him, he play ball. Play ball. Brian Kemp, play ball. Donald Trump, play ball. Derek Dooley. I don't know. Always a possibility. There's so much heat on him with this group right here. There's possibility. I don't know. John can answer it. John can come on the show and answer it. We'll let him give you a chance. There's a possibility John referred some people to the Frost. Possibility. We don't know. Because I do know this from others that John has solicited from a lot of lawmakers money to be on the show. Not, quote, maybe to be on the show, but to support his program. Oh, ask lawmakers. Hey, let me get you on here Tuesday. Why don't you give us some money? Why don't you get in on what we're doing so well here? Blah, blah, blah. I'm just making stuff up there, as far as I don't know the script that is used. I know that. Many of lawmakers have told me the pressure that John Fredericks puts on them to try to sponsor his show. That's okay. That's business. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe there's Maybe he invested with the, I don't know. But I know this, it's possible there's sweat here to the point that he would go 73 here, and possible that he's sweating, that he wants to get out. Maybe just, it's just a positive. It's all questions, John. All questions. I don't know. You're welcome to come on the show, clear it all up, right? That he endorses, it's possible. Then it's possible that he goes the distance, and he goes right here. I had it a minute ago. I know I did. I was on a roll because I got to get to something else. Where's it at? 16. Let's see. That was July 28th of 2025. The convention. I wonder how close the June convention, this date of him reconciling with Brian Kemp. Just saying. Keep an eye on it. Now, the reason I say that, and I will go with this, number 22, Colton Moore has not made an official announcement he's running for for U.S. District 14. But I showed you this. On the 15th, he went after MTG and said Massey is principled, MTG is politics. We showed you yesterday. You can go back and look at the show yesterday where I laid all this out. No love between the two of them. And then I asked this question. I asked it yesterday. I said, you know what? All I want to know, number 85, all right, Moore's strategy, Republican State Senate, Colton Moore hasn't yet announced an expected campaign for U.S. Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene's seat, but he already signaling that bashing Governor Brian Kemp will be a key part of his strategy in the deep red Northwest Georgia district. So here is my question going into the weekend. All right. My question, let me make sure here. Has he paid back how much money? And you can answer this. All right. I'm not attacking Colton. How much money did Colton Moore receive? Because I think if you look it up, and I say this, I think if you look this up right here, give me number 70, I think you'll find Colton Moore on John Frederick's show at one time. All right? Just saying. Look up and see if Colton Moore has ever been on John Frederick's show. He has been on this show before. But I want to know, before Colton Moore steps out, if he's still a member of the GRA. Easy, my GRA, good people. Is he still a member of the GRA? How much money did he accept in campaign donations from the Frost family? How much money in campaign donations did he accept from the GRA PAC? And has he returned all that money to the receiver for the victims of his good friend Brant Frost V and the Frost family, which he did attend his wedding? So that's what I want to know. Now, this guy here, I had an MTG I wanted to show you before we left. I love the national side 50 because they attempt like they know something and they don't. Marjorie Taylor Greene is staying out of the election to replace her. That's on Politico. Now they're trying to put it out there that she's not going to get involved, and that's not true by all indications. Because remember, give me number 39. MTG did this right here. Right here. Looking ahead, I will not. So anyone claiming they have endorsement will not be telling the truth. I will not be endorsing. Well, let me just say that this guy here, number 35, Jim Tully, I feel is getting support from Marjorie Taylor Greene. I do. I really do. And I'm going to show you someone else and why he is in the race. All right. I think this guy's in the race. He is former field operations for Marjorie Taylor Greene. We showed you the glowing love letter he wrote about Marjorie Taylor Greene, never mentioning Donald Trump's name. This guy is not a Trump supporter, all right? He wrote a glowing letter about Marjorie Taylor Greene with the Georgia 14th District Republican Party. He was the chair. He used his office. He used being field rep for Marjorie Taylor Greene on the payroll and used the Georgia GOP 14th District Facebook page to put out a statement as chairman, just absolutely loving everything about Marjorie Taylor Greene and how great she is, never mentioning President Trump's name one time, getting national response that the party was behind Marjorie Taylor Greene in the 14th District. So you're going to tell me on that day he didn't know what Marjorie was doing. He's the field rep. He doesn't know what Marjorie's doing. And on that day, he doesn't know he's going to run. So we told you, she comes out on a Friday. She says she's not going to run and seek re-election. On Saturday morning, she shows up at the 14th District Republican Party meeting where he is the chairman to say hello. And then immediately afterwards, he comes out, resigns as field rep, resigns as 14th District GOP chair, and says, I'm running for 14th District. And don't forget, this is Jim Tully, who went to Vegas with Sally Grubbs and Josh McCoon and others with Turning Point for training, right? And don't forget, Sally Grubbs, first vice chair of the Georgia Republican Party, former chair of the Cobb County Republican Party, that's her very close friend. Yeah, they want to lead you to believe. And immediately, when he posted his video saying, I'm running for office, right? He posted his video basically saying, I'm running for office. She went out and I thought I had it here. Do I have it here? Give me number 75. I need to thank someone for this. Right here. Now, what she will say is, see, that's Sally Grubbs, and that's Jim Tully, and that's the video. She posted it. And what she will say is, well, that's my personal page, and I'm allowed to do that. It's not against the rules. Now, I will tell you this, for the GRA Colton Moore fan club out there, this guy, 118, he's getting airtime. No coincidence. Now, there's other candidates that's not even being mentioned. When I go to ANF in the morning, there's other candidates. There's no mention of them whatsoever. And they're picking and choosing a handful of candidates. He's getting airtime, AJC, the media downtown, because it's all being set up. This is how it happens. It's done on purpose. Yeah, you get text messages from certain people. Hey, cover this guy. So this guy right here, Marjorie Taylor Greene, says, hey, I'm not endorsing anyone. She came out very, quickly. I'm not endorsing anyone just because he worked for me, just because he probably knew what I was doing and what I'm going to do, just because he wrote all those nice things about me doesn't mean I'm going to support him. Now, his goal is to have the whole district, 14th district. See, I'm going to tell you, I believe that's why he became 14th district chair. That's what I'm going to believe, because, see, Denise Burns was the 14th district chair. This is my belief. Now, Denise Burns served twice as the 14th district chair. Denise Burns left as 14th district chair. My understanding is Denise Burns, is what I'm hearing. Well, we'll wait for what I'm hearing till next week. Little suspense. But she left, and he became chair of the 14th district. He was chair of Fulton County. He made a power play, became chair of the 14th district of the Georgia GOP, a field rep for Marjorie Taylor Greene. Now what does he have? He has all their emails. He has the meetings. He has befriended all the chairmen of the counties. He made a power play. Wonder if MTG is behind him. So if you're out there and you're a Colton Moore supporter, just saying, I think you should ask Colton Moore about the First Liberty building and loan money. But you need to keep in mind, this is totally and completely to divide the 14th district. This is interesting. He is not a Trump supporter. You need to know that. He won't be getting Trump's endorsement. I don't know if anybody else will. 117, this guy cracks me up. I say that in all due respect. I say that. I've read some of his stuff. Jeff Criswell for Congress, he's getting airtime. All right? And when I say cracks me up is he is actually out there. He was running against Marjorie Taylor Greene before she resigned, number 30, and it's 11 o'clock, and I do want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Right here, number 30. It's my understanding that this lunatic is on the verge of entering the special election, Georgia 14th. The picture speaks at least thousands of words. He's just one of the cowards who did not have the guts to take on MTG when I was hammering her into oblivion. See, he came out and started running a while ago, and he is attacking Colton because he just now came out. This is the best seat money can buy right here, number 28. As you leave and go to Thanksgiving, this guy's thankful, in my humble opinion, that he's A, in the 10th district, B, from Athens, C, Marty Kemp, Brian Kemp, and the girls are from Athens, D, he's very good friends with the Kemp family, being the governor, EFG, LMNOP, QRS, TUV. No primary opponents in the 10th district. None. 1st district primary opponents. 14th district primary opponents. Even the 11th district, Barry Loudermilk, incumbent primary opponents. 12th district primary opponents. But the 10th district where Mike Collins is running for Senate, no one is running against this guy. No one. Best money someone could buy a seat. You guys have a great Thanksgiving. Please enjoy yourself. Don't argue with your family. It's a day. Do right by mom. Do right by your cousins, whatever. No arguing, no fighting. Enjoy Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Enjoy everything about it. And we'll see you back here Monday morning, 8 a.m. God bless you. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, Diane, to your family, everyone else out there, and to your family. Every viewer that sends me messages throughout the week, God bless you. Thank you. Every email, every comment. Happy Thanksgiving. I'll see you later.